We're over here this morning at InstanTuition EduHub, and sitting right beside me is an extremely passionate educator by the name of Chen Yong. So please tell us a little bit about yourself.
My students call me Mr. Cheok Chen. I'm the co-founder, principal, and secondary school math and science teacher of InstanTuition EduHub, with slightly less than a decade of teaching experience.
Alright, so what kind of subjects does your tuition center offer to students?
We do provide mathematics, E-math, and physics, chemistry, and principle of accounts.
Alright, thank you for that, and we're feeling the love for education over here in a very, very conducive learning environment. So Chen Yong, tell us, in your professional opinion, how do you feel students best absorb and retain knowledge?
I feel that students best absorb and retain knowledge if they are interested and understand what they are learning.
I see. So is there a particular instance or situation where you observe this happening?
What I do every lesson is to break down the learning content in the bite size and within their effective learning period, so each student can actually understand what they are learning.
Absolutely, I agree with you, Chen Yong.
Yeah.
In this complex world where students are grappling with all these concepts, as he said very, very poignantly, it's always important to break it down into simplified concepts.
Yeah, so they could actually instantly understand and apply the knowledge accordingly.
Absolutely. Okay, so speaking of complexity, Chen Yong, what are some challenges you face as a teacher when you deliver your lessons, and what learning constraints do you feel your students are grappling with?
Keeping students engaged is a challenge, as every student has different attention span.
Yes.
So I need to ensure that they are able to learn and absorb within their effective time period, so that they could produce results and able to do their work efficiently and effectively.
I see. So when you talk about attention span, does this differ according to the ages of the learners?
Definitely, some students they learn fast, some students they learn slower. So I have to get to their comfortable pacing and try to teach them things that they could actually understand within their effective attention span. That is the most important thing, because during those times, those are the times that they best learn and absorb those information.
Absolutely, yes. As Chen Yong puts it, right, the classroom is more than just four walls, and of course it's very, very challenging to get the students all tuned into the lesson. Okay, so Chen Yong, in specific, how has SAP books assisted your students in their learning journey? So for example, in terms of enhancing their grades, or their attitude towards learning, their aptitude towards learning, or even perhaps assisting those with strong resistance towards learning.
I mean, SAP books helps to build confidence for my students. I help them to break down things into seamless chunk and concepts so that they are able to learn fast. And SAP books helps me a lot in that because of the way they sequence the questions from the easiest to the hardest. So it's easier to select those questions out from the book. So I find it very helpful indeed using the SAP book series.
Okay, well that's very good to know. So sequencing is very important for any structured lesson.
Yes, definitely.
And here comes the $1,000,000 question. Which SAP book series would you recommend?
I would recommend the SAP TYS Topical series for mathematics and science.
Oh, why is that so?
Because of the way they actually get the questions. Just like, for example, this book, there is a lot of questions categorized in a way that is by the yearly topical, because of how Cambridge actually set the questions. So students are able to get used to the way Cambridge actually set the paper, so to get them more well prepared for what is coming. Like for example, all these questions like the topics is well categorized, and the level of difficulty is already down there, showing that from the easiest to the hardest throughout the year, the trend, and students are more well prepared for what is coming for their year of exam.
Okay, well that's very, very good to know, Chen Yong. Thank you for that. And may I ask, how long and how often would you be using this book series?
I've been using it for every class. For the SAP book series, way back in my secondary school days, I have actually been using it and it benefits me a lot. I mean, I get a good result using it. So I'm being very comfortable and been sharing with my students to use this book series because it actually helps them. They also prefer to use this book series as well. So they like it a lot. So based on my experience, it benefits a lot for them.
Oh, that's wonderful. See, so from a student to a teacher, all the way to a student again, we have come one full circle. And again, this is the benefit of the SAP book series. So thank you, Chen Yong, for joining us this morning. And of course, before we leave, we'd like you to give a few parting words and advice to your students who are watching this.
I will still advise students to try to use the SAP book series because they are well organized and has a variety of questions set by Cambridge, so students are more well prepared for what is coming.
Yes, indeed. And of course, at your center itself, right, how do you drive preparation for academic results?
We at InstanTuition help students to be more well prepared. So for any students who are not achieving their desired result, feel free to join us at InstanTuition for customized one-to-one learning in a conducive environment at your comfortable pace.
So joining you every step of the way are the people from InstanTuition EduHub. Please join them.